On May 3, 2026, 2.2 million medical aspirants sat for the NEET undergraduate exam across India. 4 days later, the test was scrapped. The National Testing Agency, or NTA, manages this massive operation. But because it functions as an autonomous society under an 1860 law, it operates in a sort of accountability vacuum, shielded from direct parliamentary oversight. This leaves its sprawling logistical web of physical test papers highly vulnerable to interference. The unraveling of this year's test actually started the night before the exam. An MBBS student in Kerala received a PDF document on WhatsApp from a friend. The file was simply titled Guess Paper. Since he was already in medical school, the student forwarded the file to his father, who runs a hostel for coaching students hundreds of miles away in Sikar, Rajasthan, thinking it might help the residents prepare. The next morning, the father showed the PDF to local chemistry and biology teachers. When they held that digital file up against the actual NEET question paper, they found a perfect match. Exactly 135 questions were identical. After local police hesitated, the teachers emailed the NTA directly. That single alert triggered an investigation by the Rajasthan Special Operations Group, eventually forcing the government to cancel the results for millions of students. The NTA claimed they had GPS tracking and AI-assisted CCTV monitoring in place. Yet a single forwarded WhatsApp message bypassed all of it, exposing exactly how fragile a nationwide physical exam really is. Investigators tracing the digital footprints backward found a suspected physical origin point. It started at a printing press in Nashik, Maharashtra. From that press, the physical paper was allegedly moved to a primary suspect, a doctor operating out of Gurugram. On April 26, a full week before test day, the paper was sold to two brothers in Jamwa Ramgarh, Rajasthan, for 30 lakh rupees. The brothers then moved the paper to a mastermind in Sikar. This is where the retail distribution began. The test was broken down and sold to individual students as a guess paper for 30,000 rupees each. Once the paper hit students' hands, digital networks took over. Files were shared across Telegram and WhatsApp groups, reaching aspirants in Haryana, Bihar, Uttarakhand, and Jammu and Kashmir in a matter of hours. The physical pen and paper model requires printing, shipping, and storage. Every one of those steps is a physical touchpoint that organized crime can exploit, and then instantly scale to thousands of buyers using encrypted apps. The medical community mobilized immediately. The United Doctors Front filed a petition with the Supreme Court, arguing that simply arresting a few middlemen wouldn't fix the underlying rot. Their core demand is to completely dissolve the NTA's current setup. They want a new statutory testing authority created by an act of parliament, ensuring mandatory financial audits and direct legislative oversight. At the same time, a high-level committee led by former ISRO chairman K. Radhakrishnan recommended abandoning the physical booklet model entirely in favor of encrypting computer-based testing. Catching the people who leaked the 2026 paper is only half the battle. To stop future syndicates, the physical paper trail has to be completely eradicated. To handle a criminal network stretching across half a dozen states, the central government transferred the investigation from local police directly to the Central Bureau of Investigation. The CBI's mandate is to map out the entire conspiracy and prosecute the network using the new 2024 Public Examinations Act, a law designed specifically with strict penalties for organized paper leaks. Invoking the CBI shifts the focus to the systemic nature of the leak, allowing federal agents to coordinate across state lines and apply the same investigative rigor used for major financial crimes. For the students, the immediate reality is the test itself. The NTA has officially scheduled the re-NEET examination for June 21, 2026. If you're one of the affected aspirants, you do not need to register again. Your existing application and candidature remain completely valid. You should also know that the provisional answer key issued for the original May 3rd test is now officially void. Do not use it to estimate any scores. Your next step is to closely monitor the official NTA website. About 10 days before the re-exam, they will release a new city intimation slip. You need to check this carefully because testing center locations are likely to be reshuffled. India's reliance on physical paper trails has created a predictable cycle of breaches. Until testing moves to secure digital systems, the ambitions of millions of students remain tied to a logistics chain that has proven too easy to break.